Okay, so if you're a beginner trader and you're kind of sort of struggling, what do I do next? What do I learn next? Do I go for another strategy? That kind of thing, then here's probably what you are missing from your trading. And it kind of just occurred to me or dawned on me just the other day that this is an essential part to understanding what the hell's going on in the markets and how to capitalize from it as a trader. Now, if you don't know this stuff, then things become exponentially harder and you end up going through that loop of strategy hopping and all this sort of stuff. Now, last couple of weeks, I've been sort of demonstrating it to an audience through live streams. Today, I'm going to go through and show you what it is. And then I'm going to dive in and give you an example of something I've done in the past with one of these live streams and how it's played out. And then I'm also going to show you a live example where I'm going to test myself and really put my own skills on the line here. Now, they are skills. They're what I've developed over time from my mentor, JJ, and what he's taught me around reading price. And this is the element that I think everyone is kind of struggling with when they first come to the markets. And you could have been around for years. Look, I was around for years and even I struggled. I was like hanging on to these systems, one to the next system after system. And it just becomes like a never-ending struggle of systems that break all the time because they typically only work for a period of time before they start to fall off a shelf unless you are dynamic. So what is it? I'm going to bring my chart up and show you what I've been doing the last couple of weeks. And then we're going to dive in and test myself on whether or not I can do this in front of you guys as well. So I've done it live, and we're going to start by having a look at the gold chart here. So this was gold. Now this is the current chart. So this is what it looks like at the moment. So you can see here I've got a bunch of lines, and I've also got a trade on here as well, and some arrows. Now what I've been doing is marking up these arrows on the live stream on a Monday and really just trying to give a move for the week. Can I predict the weekly move of gold and any other market whoever is on the stream decides to suggest or throw my way? So I feel confident enough at this current point in time to analyze any market that you throw at me. Maybe not stocks so much because they're a different beast with all the gaps and stuff like that. But Forex, indices, metals, that kind of thing, I feel pretty confident in being able to analyze that and give you a probabilistic outcome as to what's most likely to happen based on all the different elements that could, based on what the chart is telling me. Okay, so I'm looking at these charts and I'm kind of trying to read what the chart is telling me and what everyone else is thinking. So that's the key here, is what is everyone else thinking? So let's dive in and I'll show you what I've done in the last week. Like, it is only 2 weeks. I'm not saying I'm an expert at this. It's only been the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to show you this gold. So this is gold for this week. So what I've done is I've marked up this chart on a live stream in front of everyone. So that live stream is up on the channel if you want to go and hunt it down. I'm still going to leave it up there. I might not leave it up forever, but it is up there now. You can see how I marked up this whole thing from scratch. I think I used some of the lines from last week as well. This is my predicted move. I think it's going to go up to here and then down to there, or I may carry on down a bit further. So I can't remember exactly why I came up with that, but there was a slight gamble in it because I don't know what's going to happen with, if this closes way up here, then my whole thesis is out of the water, right? So this is me trying to predict what's going to actually happen. So I'm thinking here, down to here. It may not ever get there, right? But it's a close enough thing. Now, if you're not even at the point where you're going, well, how did he work that out? And what the hell are all these lines doing? This is where you need to go and do a bit of study, do a bit of research, and try and come up with a way to analyze the charts. Now, my way is different than what JJ does, and your way will be different than what I do and anyone else out there. But you'll find different patterns and things in the chart that you can hold on to that will give you enough of an idea to build up a picture of what's actually going on and what everyone else out there is thinking is most likely going to happen. And therefore, if they're thinking the same thing, then the chance of it actually happening is going to be higher, right? So think about Bitcoin and all the people that got behind it when it was way in its infancy, and they thought that it would, be the one. It would be the one. And everyone started preaching about it. And then more and more people got on board. And where is it now? It's at 100K. Okay. So anyway, so I did a few markets this week. So I did gold, I did Bitcoin, and I did Euro US dollar and GBP USD. I think this was probably the hardest one to do. Now, this was my GBP from last week. So last week, I didn't actually post them all on TradingView. I just posted some. So last week, I had predicted the move up, and then this move here, it actually carried on going down, but I did manage to predict the pullback. There was a couple of others that I did. So I did one where I got it wrong. So this was NAS. So I kind of, after day one, the whole thing was out of the water. There was no way I was going to be able to predict this. So day one, it kind of made that move up to this line. I thought it was going to go down first and then break the trend line and hold on that trend line and then go up. So you can see here, I completely had a muzzer on that one. So after this had closed above that trend line, would I've kept it here? I would have. It's hard to say. I may have still kept the idea. But yeah, it had got to my first target. At that point, the whole thing is essentially that trade idea is nullified. So you wouldn't take that trade because the target's already been hit. So that was that one. GJ was another one I took. So that one I kind of half got right. It's like, let's call it a break-even guess. So it did go up. They did go down. There was a rejection there, but then it carried on. There was another one, CJ. CJ I predicted to the pip. So I had two options here. So I predicted the high exactly, which I'm quite proud of. And then it did come back here, and I think this is today, and it ended up a little bit lower. So it did even reject off that and then bounce back up before it came lower. I did have a secondary option, so I didn't know if actually what the hell was that option there? Oh, sorry, yeah, the week started at this candle here. So I thought that candle there could have gone lower. Had it gone lower, we would have been looking at this. So it was a little bit iffy in terms of whether it was going to go higher or lower. At this point here, you probably would have, it's this stage here, my high theory was in play. Right, so that was that one. And there was a couple more in here. And we'll show the one that I put on Telegram as well. So CJ, I think it was gold, and then that might have been it. Oh, GA was the other one. So GA I got right as well. So I actually did, I think I did 4 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. GJ was kind of hard to say. But from the start of the week, which was, I believe it was here, the prediction was up, down, and then up. So I had two options. It could have gone a little bit further, but this time it actually, sorry, it hasn't gone up, but it's gone down to this one here and the turning point, which was a good spot. Now I think actually that might be today. That's today. That was where it got to. Okay. Anyway, let's have a look at TradingView. Then I'm going to test myself and see, can I do it live in front of you guys? So let's jump into TradingView. Hey, start trading Forex indices and commodities with up to 800K of Blue Guardian's capital risk-free. Just pay a small one-time fee to take the challenge, hit a profit target and get funded. Then keep up to 90% of your profits and enjoy fast weekly payouts. Now for futures traders, Blue Guardian Futures offers up to 450K in funding with 100% profit on your first 15K. With low targets, no activation fees and unlimited resets, it's one of the best deals in the industry. Visit blueguardian.com or blueguardianfutures.com to start trading today and grab their limited time discount code. Okay, so this is my TradingView profile page here. So I don't know why it's like, maybe I've got to click off it. Yeah, so this is it here. So this is me. So I'm not just grabbing someone else's. So I've done all these ones that I've predicted this week are up here as well. And then here's this one here. This was last week's, right? So gold, I'd predicted. And I decided to, it was the first time I'd done it. I decided to put a trade in just to make it interesting. You hit play here on TradingView if you don't know, and you get to see, did that trade idea work out? So let's hit play and it shows you what happened. So you can see there, it was actually to the pip, almost, it wasn't to the pip. It was, I think I had like a 10 pip drawdown or something, but it was very tight. This level here, and I don't know if we can actually zoom in at all, but yeah, here we go. This level here kind of was the turning point, and I think price literally hit it and came up, and then that's today. It had pushed a little bit higher by the end of the week. So today's just started. Now it didn't get the pullback here because we broke that level and held. So fair enough. Yeah, so that one went well. Okay, let's test myself here and see if I can. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can prove it to you live here on this recorded call. Recorded call now. I'll try and do it in a way that you can tell that I'm not cheating. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so here we go. We've got a random number generator up on the screen. What I'm going to do, I haven't thought about it really, but let's get the phone up. Let's get the timer up, just so you can see that the time is not. Let's do 15. Oh, that will do. Start. Okay, is this right? Okay, so geez, I knew that was going to be a pain. Can we see that timer ticking over here? So you can see the timer ticking over there, right? So I'm just going to hold that there and show you that I'm actually not sort of pre-planning this or anything. So let's go in here. We're going to choose a time frame and a market, and actually, yeah, let's just choose a market. We'll choose a market because the time frame probably means I've got to do all this analysis through multiple time frames. So let's have a look here. So we're going to choose a market, and I reckon there's about, and we'll try to do one we haven't already done, so it's not marked up. Let's say there's 30, 40, there's probably 40 in there. So we'll go 1 to 40, generate, and 35. Okay, have we done 35? So let's just say 35 is from 40, 30, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35. Okay, so NZD, JPY now. Sorry, what am I saying? Euro, NZD, multitasking, holding a phone, trying to do this. It all becomes very hard, right? So we're going to condense this down. So you can see here the time is still ticking. Yep. And I'm going to go into bar replay mode. I'm going to close my eyes so you can see me closing my eyes, right? I'm going to go back. It should be able to see it moving. I'm going to just hit open my eyes. Oh, I was gone back too far. Damn it. Okay. So let's stop that. So yeah, exit replay mode. Okay. Let's start it from here. Okay. I mean, I can't see anything anyway, right? I can't see anything. So replay mode. Okay. Right. Okay, so here we go. All right, sorry, I had clicked it. I just hadn't seen it. Right, so we're still ticking along here. Oh, my arm's getting sore now. Let's delete that. Right. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. So what I'm going to try and do is analyze to this point here. What do I think is going to happen next? So let's go full screen so you guys can see. Righty-ho. So this is what I was doing on these live calls, and I'm going to do it here quickly. And this is where I think everyone who's a beginner is sort of struggling to paint the picture of what is going on. So once you can paint the picture, it becomes easier to find trades that may have a higher probability on a lower time frame. So let's paint this picture here, and I'm going to dive out to the 3-month. Let's get some more space here. Now, Black Bull is giving me data back to 2008. So what happens there? 2008, 2014. Okay, right. So there's a big, massive gap here, a few years that they haven't got some data for in their trading view. So I don't know what's going on in this area here, but let's just mark some stuff up here. And I'm just trying to get a gauge for what is going on with this market. So I haven't looked at it for a long time, so I really cannot remember what the hell's going on. We're obviously in an upward channel. So we're trying to paint this picture here. We're in an upward channel. Now there are some other things that I use that I can't show you, which makes it difficult for me to get the full experience here, but we're just going to try and do it without them and guess. So, okay, we're an upward move. I'm just going to mark some things off that stand out to me as potential areas that I need to be wary of, and trying to work out what this market's going to do. So we're currently all the way down here. I don't know why the clone thing just doesn't work for me. We're all the way down here, and we're in an upward channel. Okay, so if you're a newbie and you're not really if you've got no idea what the hell I'm doing, then this is why you kind of need to know this stuff. I mean, like, there's a lot of people that are doing this kind of, or have an understanding of the market, that to a point where they can really understand what the hell's going on and what's likely to happen next, right? So it's the anticipation is the key here. So let's mark up another one. Now this is 3-month time frame, right? We're going to try and get a daily move for the week. Actually, what else are we missing here? Anything? Okay, right. We're going to dive down into a monthly. Now, it's a shame we haven't got like anything back here for the minute, but I don't think for the next week we won't be up here anyway. So monthly, March, February. Okay, so April. Oh yeah, sorry. No wonder we haven't got any data back here. I forgot that it's not real time. This is bar replay. I forgot that. What am I doing? Because I just done this this morning, so I forgot it was bar replay. So no wonder we haven't got any data back there. So this is April 2020. Okay, so I do have an advantage here because I've just looked at the date. It's obviously right when COVID hit. It's not a date that I would forget easily. Oh, it's that lemon drag thing again. Here we go. Right. Am I getting anything here? Okay. We're gonna leave that. Okay, let's think. Sorry, guys. I do need to think when I'm doing this, right? So then we're going to see if I get it right with the bar replay straight away, which is great. So we don't have to muck around with anything. Okay. So let's think. We've got a few trend lines that we can draw up here. Okay, so this is where I think my extra information would help me. But anyway, we're just going to go with what we got. So let's have a think here. Is that month closed? Yeah, I think it is. I think it has closed. What date are we looking at? 20th. Sorry, the 4th of May. So now the month has just opened. The 4th of May. So the month has just opened. And then what's this weekly? It's probably tanked for the first week. Okay. So given that it's just opened, it means we can see a whole lot more, changes to this candle here. So that's not a closed candle. So let's have a look and see what we can work out is going to happen. Okay, so is that week even closed? Oh, yeah, I'm not too sure. What was I? I was on the daily, so yeah, it'll be the date. Let's just have a look at what day it was. Thursday. Okay, so we got Friday tomorrow. Right, so the week hasn't closed either. This is it's not. It's tougher to try and predict a move. Okay, it's going to be tougher to try and predict the move, but and we can already see. So on the weekly, we got this trend line here that I'm really just looking for confluence on this stuff, right? So the more things I can find at a level, the higher the chance it's going to push off that level and reject off it, because that means that everyone else is seeing the same thing, right? So other traders are seeing the same stuff, and whether or not it's a trend line or a horizontal line or some other Fibonacci level or whatever, other traders are seeing the same thing. So my thinking here is that even though this is the start of the week, we've pushed down. It's not a closed candle. It could easily push back up, but but the momentum is actually down here in this market, right? And so usually what you'll see here is this kind of movement where it goes all the way up and comes all the way back down. So that may happen, right? So because we're on Friday, we're probably going to want to go to the next. Why don't we go to the next day, and then I've got a whole week to predict. Okay, let's do that. It's going to be easier. So that's the next day. Right. So the next day is going to be Monday, and Monday the 11th. So we got a whole week Monday ahead. So let's quickly jump back to the weekly so I can at least see where that closed. So that did close pretty much where it was, a little bit lower. Right. So this is kind of giving us more of a clear idea of what we can potentially see for the week ahead. So I'm just going to draw some ideas on here as to what I think may happen. Yeah. Okay, so I'm possibly going to toy with this idea. Okay. So we've got a fresh week. So on all honesty, I'm thinking this thing's going down. Right. Okay. At this point here, I'm feeling pretty confident it's going down. Like we got orders here, which it's broken. It hasn't quite reached these orders here. So I expect to see some kind of resistance at this level here. Let's go into the daily and make our prediction. And then, damn it, I'm going to get to see how it plays out straight away. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay. So this is becoming clearer. Okay. Right. Okay. This is very strong bearish, right? It's very strong. So I've got to work out, are we going to get a pullback before going down now, or are we just going to carry on down? The carry on down, as I mentioned in the live stream today, is kind of a hard one to work out. So I need to, especially if we're going to draw arrows and try and match it up, I need to be, because you're essentially trying to predict the next candle. So let's, man, that's a strong close down. Oh man, it's such a difficult one. This is such a difficult one because we're like at lows, we're at level. I reckon we're going to get a pushback up. I think even though it's such a strong candle, we will get a pushback up. And here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we'll get a pushback up to about here. And then we will get a push down. So this is the week, right? So we're thinking 5 days only, 5 candles. Being aggressive here, okay? So that's, I think that's probably that's a fair enough assumption right now. I'm expecting it would go further, but I'm just trying to get the next week, and I'm seeing kind of resistance here. Now, it could get stuck at either of these trend lines, most likely this one here. But if it pokes through, it's probably going to poke through there. But overall, I'd expect it to go all the way down at some point, even if it pulls back and stuff. So let's have a look. I'm all ready to commit to this, and you guys get to see if I'm a complete fraud or not. There's a chance. So I got 4 out of 5 last week, really 3.5 out of 5. And it was the first week I did it. This week, we'll see what happens. Let's have a look. Am I going to commit to that, or am I going to give myself another option? Okay, I think the other option would be okay, yeah. Okay, maybe. Okay, that's the other option there. I think that's the other option. There's probably three options in all honesty, folks. So the other option would be up to here. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Okay, at that point we're in jeopardy, and I don't think it'll get that high. Up to there. And if it goes higher, we could get lower. We'll probably get to that trend line there. Okay, so fake out of the trend line, and come back down because we've got some momentum going up. We may come down. Okay, now I'm missing like a few bits of information here, which I can't show you on the chart. So I'm going to check that afterwards and let you know. I know I won't, because it's just making excuses. Let's have a look. So we're doing 5 days. Let's go. I'm going to close my eyes and then hit this 5 times and then open them and see what happens. Okay, so I'm closing the eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it. I'm like so wrong. I'm so wrong here. Okay, I got the pullback. And the breakout, but I definitely didn't get the rejection down. Let's have a think. So what would have happened here? Actually, let me just have a look on another screen and see if there was anything that that would have kept me out of that going short so aggressively. Let's have a look. Where is it? Ian. And we're 2020 daily. Okay, here it goes. Right. Okay, right. I can see where I'm at. Okay, there it goes. Right. Okay. Well, I definitely would have. Okay, sorry to say this, but I definitely would have been wary to go full out short at that point. I definitely would have been wary. There was one thing, or two things, in fact, maybe actually 3 things, in fact, that would have stopped me from doing that and being like super aggressive short. I still would have expected a push up, and it would have been the next candle which would have confirmed things. And that you can see here, where's my little thing, so that confirms that we get this move down here. Right, so it almost gets to, does it get to my line? I think it tries it again and gets maybe a touch on it. Okay, so it doesn't get any lower than that. So this was where it was trying to get to, but obviously there was some good signs here to push up over these highs and take them out. Oh, well, I mean, at least I got the push up, but I just didn't get the correct movement down. But overall, I had this kind of the concept there. Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Black Bull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Black Bull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. That's right, get either the Essential, Plus or Premium plans absolutely free, and all you need to do is trade from 1 lot a month at Black Bull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. So the whole point of this, folks, was to really give you guys the confidence to go out and try and learn this stuff for yourselves and work out how the markets actually move, and get yourself a concept that you can hang your hat on and go, right, just with a few simple concepts, repeat them, go through the multiple time frames. At the end of it, you should feel more confident that, this is what might happen with price. And like, what I would typically do is every day I'd make an adjustment on this, right? So, and I'm not going to just blindly get into a trade here and go, right, I'm going to put my trade here, wait for it to hit and hope for the best. And I'm going to sort of see what happens at that level before getting in and taking a move short. So usually something would have broken through here and I would have been going, hang on a sec, something's not right. Or closing above this line here, I'm going, something ain't right. And then the next candle didn't close below it. I'm going, something definitely ain't right for going short just yet. Okay, so you need to see sort of more confirmation that there's a short bias in your favor. So anyway, that's all I want to get you to get out of this video. If you do want to see how I get on with my trading, which isn't on these timeframes, in fact, it's on the 1 minute gold chart, and I'm just about to start 5 minute as well. Then head over to the links under here, and I've got a free Telegram that you can go and check stuff out in, and also see these live streams where I do these markups on, well, I am doing them on a regular basis on a Monday to predict what may happen in the week ahead. So thanks for watching, folks. Remember to hit subscribe, like, and share the video, and we'll see you in the next one.